If you're doing anything when it comes to automation or working with AI, you know there are agent tools popping up everywhere. We have things like Hermes Claw, OpenClaw, Claude Code, Codex, the list goes on. But one of the most underrated parts of this entire shift is not just AI, it's not MCP, it's actually much more simpler than that, and that is the terminal, also known as the CLI. In this video, I'm going to show you what a CLI tool actually is, why both technical and non-technical people should care, and how you can start implementing CLI tools in your workflows right now. First and foremost, I would just encourage you to just check out the site, shameless plug. But what I'm doing here is if you go to resources, we are actually pushing a lot of different things here almost on a daily basis to maximize the use of agent tools as much as possible. You will see here I've published quite a bit of CLI tools. Most of these I've actually already built. The only one, at least up to this point, is the Firecrawl one. I included this one just because we use it every day, so I figured it's worthwhile to list it on here. But I'm going to continuously grow this marketplace here on everything that I use personally on a daily basis for all the agents that we deploy. So that way you can also deploy them yourselves. So what is a CLI tool? CLI stands for Command Line Interface, and that's literally the terminal. Every computer has it. I don't care if you're on Unix, Windows, Mac, they all have basically a command line interface. And this is actually where agents live natively, right? They're code, they're a bunch of LLMs just coding all day. Really, a CLI tool is the ability to wrap an API or wrap a particular set of commands in order to make it easier for the user or the agent to actually execute on a particular command. So we have the Instantly CLI, and really what it means, and if you just read this, I don't need to sit here and read it to you. You can do that, right? But we have one definition, two interfaces, zero duplication. And what that means is that we just have one command, so that way you can basically parse out the entire Instantly API, or it could be HeyReach's API or ClickUp's, whatever that is. If you have a tool set that or a SaaS that has API where you can effectively do anything on the back end or the front end, you can wrap it into a CLI and really make it a lot easier for your agents across the board to execute on what they want to do. Let's go into use cases real quick. So we have Instantly CLI right here. So it actually is going to install just with one command. And if we go up here, it's simply just going to be literally npm install, right? So if we go to npm right here, you can see there's just one line. So if we were to do npm install, and then we do Instantly CLI, this -G actually means globally, and it depends on your configuration. If you're managing just one Instantly account, as an example, you could probably install this globally, which means if you just call out Instantly in any project or any part of your computer, it's literally installed across all of your computer, right? But what you want to do though is not have this flag on here and just literally do npm install Instantly CLI. If you're something like an agency like ourselves, you want to ground it to or narrow it down to the projects, right? And so that's the biggest thing there. It's just a hierarchy and how much leverage you want to do. And if we were to just scroll down here, some of the use cases you can see here, launch a new cold email campaign, testing, et cetera, okay? And then it literally, the agent will go into it. It will use the terminal and it will execute commands just like this. Instantly campaigns create, right? That's the command. And then we have flags and then it would create it. So it literally goes in a sequence of things here. And then you would see it actually just handles it all, right? You can handle replies automatically. And these are just scenarios based on Instantly. This could be in ClickUp of create a task and assign it to so-and-so. But my point is you'll see kind of what the human uses, natural language, and then what the actual commands are going to call out from there, right? So that is basically the CLI. It is a way to dive into the terminal and be able to execute either by user or the agent to actually do that. Let's actually see what that looks like. So you will see here, I have a cursor here and we are actually in the terminal. And if I even just called out Instantly, okay, and we did Instantly help, then you can see right here, we have all the options of being able to call everything here. And you can see I actually ran Instantly help right there. This either by user or the agent, it's actually going to know everything that we have. So these are literally all the commands. Okay. So this effectively took their entire API and I combine it with skills. So that way, when it does install just with one line, the NPM line that I talk about, it literally will install it in its own environment. So it has quick inference and is able to execute a lot faster. And it'll actually install skills as well to know, like, oh, what command do I need to do this use case, right? Like create a campaign or send the email, things like that. The difference here, and this is why I think it is so much better and faster, is LLMs, Claude Code, Codex, any tool that you use. If you use any LLM or AI model, it's only going to have a specific amount of context. A context window is what it's called. I like to think of it as like your short-term memory. If I asked you, what did you have for breakfast 2 weeks ago? You're going to be like, oh, I don't know what that is. Unless you literally eat the same thing every single day, like what I do, then you're going to be like, oh, I don't know what that is, right? So that's more like short-term memory, where you have short-term memory and long-term memory. A context window really is a finite amount of precious token window in order for you to do your job. The challenge with something like MCP, in order to even start the conversation, it takes over, anywhere from 30,000 to 60,000 tokens just to initialize your conversation. And you haven't even said anything yet. And so the difference here is that when we start a session and it just has the system prompt, we actually have a lot more context window available to us, and it has skills. So that way, if I need to call any particular skill, it's going to know and can even call help in order to understand better of what that actually is. And it doesn't overwhelm the context window when it comes to whatever models you're doing. So it's faster and a lot more context efficient. That is the biggest thing here, right? And you can see I just started a new session right here. And I just said, hey, do we have Instantly CLI already installed? And then it says there's no standalone. However, you do have Instantly MCP. I'm like, okay. I said, run Instantly CLI. Why would I retype that in? I must have been speaking too much. Okay. Is the binary. I meant to say run Instantly CLI, where instantly is the binary name. So you just need to say literally right here, instantly, right? And that's just an example. But I wanted to check to see if what we're able to do. I fat fingered that. But we can see the Instantly CLI is installed and ready to go. It has a full suite of commands, okay? We have campaign, leads, accounts, emails, analytics, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can drill into any subcommand, instantly command/help, or any flags. This is called a flag. So I just said, how many campaigns do I have running? All right, cool. And then you could see it actually executed the command right here. And then it says, output is too large, and then full output is saved. So that's actually a really cool thing, is that it was able to take it, and then through terminal, it saved it to a file, and then it actually retrieved back what that actually was. And this, as an example, says you have 10 total campaigns with one currently running. Okay. And that's really about it. In my opinion, and I just think this is what's happening, the basic computers had a terminal. If you think about old games like Doom, or just you had terminal-based games where it was like the old school, like MS-DOS, and back in the old Microsoft, like IBM stuff. And that might be dating myself, but we're talking like dinosaur computers, right? We didn't really have a GUI or a beautiful interface to where you can design like a beautiful website, or all these web apps to where you do all these clicks and types, right? Well, the difference here is that is not really needed anymore, at least for automation, because a lot of automation is done on the back end, right? We don't need to see everything. If you got in your car, you don't need to see the engine crank. It just starts, right? You just get in your car and you just drive. That's an automation. With something like CLI or any agentic workflow, really, is you just want to get the task done. Sometimes you don't need to know all the steps that it does. You just want to do the input. It does a bunch of actions, which makes it agentic. And then you get the input or the output, right? For it to be able to execute on commands in the terminal, it doesn't need a UI. The only time you need a UI to actually do anything is to verify for quality and accuracy, right? Because the biggest thing is two things: context and capability. And so when we add context to an agent or even a person, they know what to do. They have the skills in order to do the job. And then capabilities, where you're giving it the tools, right? So when you hire an employee, You're giving that person a computer. You're probably giving it like a suite of SaaS products like your CRM and your internet browser and all these things, right? Well, this is no different with agents. We are giving it tools, and that is where CLI comes in clutch because we're giving it capabilities now in order to actually do the thing right inside the terminal. So thanks again for watching, and really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.